That I ain't gonna lie, bro. I listen to that song. Sometimes that song gets me like emotional a little bit because it makes me black and proud, especially being in Atlanta, coming from Florida, where they just breed white people. You know what I'm saying? Who are white, where people just get so white, they're damn near gonna come out clear. You know what I'm saying? It's the home of the paste. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Shout out to Florida, but yeah, it's the
paste.
Shout out to Florida. I'm out here doing what I do, thug thizzling. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Bay. You feel me? With my co-host right here.
You know what it is. It's the Unstoppable Bloodbath. Back again in the kitchen. It is the Hold It Down podcast. You already heard from my co-host, the great, banging on his own quangos.
Really, nigga? Really, nigga?
Banging on congos, banging on quangos.
Really, nigga?
I like it.
That's what we do.
I like it. Anyway, yep. Here's a Hold Down podcast where we talk battle rap, hip-hop culture, shenanigans, foolishness.
And we get haircuts. I ain't letting that go over niggas' heads, nigga.
I mean, this is
my nigga's cut right now, nigga. You see that fade, nigga?
Yes,
yeah.
I did get a haircut since
you know what I mean?
the last episode.
Nigga looking clean now, you know what I'm saying? Nigga looking militant. You know what I mean? I'll punch you in the face and steal your girl, nigga. What's up?
Everything that he said. But yeah, the show's broken up into a couple of segments. We got hip hop shenanigans. Then there's our actual battle. We review a battle and or event. Then we do our artist of the week. So,
and in honor on this,
I was gonna say, in lieu of doing hip hop shenanigans this week, we were featured over on Dead End Hip Hop's
label.
Yeah, the label, Pot a Lot Records.
Pot a Lot Records.
Over there on their DE365, which is where they do an audio review of an album or a project every day of the year. We were featured on their Wale week. So we've been binging Wale nonstop for almost a week and some change now.
Word.
And we said, we're not going to do all this work and not talk about it on our own platform.
Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? They covered a lot of the stuff, you know what I'm saying? Respect to them for letting us have letting us be on the show. Really, you know what I'm saying? Fuck with y'all for that. Shout out to FIFO, shout out to Ken. Shout out to Dead End as a whole, you know, as a staff, as a label. You know what I'm saying? We need to copyright Pot a Lot Records because there's gonna be somebody that hears that shit and be like, that makes sense. And they're gonna take that shit and I'm gonna be like, you motherfuckers.
That would be.
But yeah, like, so the one thing we wanted to do is I know that Kev here doesn't really care for the you know, shenanigans part. You know, he really don't give a fuck about none of you celebrities and your gossip and your bullshit.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? The good shit, you know, is cool. Yeah. But as we have admitted here many times, we wish there was more good shit to talk about. There don't be a lot of good shit to talk about.
No.
It usually be a whole lot of shenanigans or bullshit or borderline like niggas need to go to therapy shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? Since I have some things I want to speak about Wale because we are Wale fans, and with Dead End doing the Wale week, I feel like it's only right. And we can also speak about Wale without stepping on their toes. You know what I'm saying? Because we have a different love for Wale. We dive deeper into Wale's catalog than they may know. So we can kind of speak on, you know, people being from the blog era and actually like learning about Wale when like kind of the world did. You know what I'm saying? And speak on some tapes that wasn't mentioned in the Wale week that we actually kind of like. You know what I'm saying? It's just speaking on stuff like that. I figured we could do that instead of the new stuff, so he can get a break from, you know, worrying about, you know, if Boozy got the problem with the gays again this week. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start off with let's talk about Wale 100 Miles and Running, okay?
All right.
Which for niggas that really, really know, cause let's talk about it. For niggas that really, really know, this ain't even the first Wale tape. Cause you could talk about Paint a Picture, or you could talk about Hate Is the New Love. We really could dive into Wale, son. Like, I'm not playing with my Wale shit. You know what I'm saying? I also want to do this because I do feel like the tapes we talked about, we kind of shitted on them a little bit.
I did not shit. We were honest. I only disliked one. I accept that the fact that we weren't on Wale, and this is gonna sound fucked up, but I accept the fact because that we may not have been on Wale's dick on those reviews, that he probably won't like us if he ever sees that.
or hears about it.
Yeah.
So, because he is one of the persons like he is great and he wants to be acknowledged as such. And I don't think he's the greatest when it comes to criticism. Now, sometimes, yes, niggas have been putting their own feelings or just had it out for Wale. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Because usually that comes before he calls your company up, cussing out everybody and yelling and threatening to come up there in person. You know what I'm saying? But he is a great artist, and I just want to recognize some of the greatness that other niggas won't talk about and niggas won't talk about until he dies. You know what I'm saying? I want to recognize some of our black artists while they're still living. You know what I mean? So what I want to speak on is milestones in our Wale journey, right? We've already talked about some of the other tapes, so you know check out it's on Dead End Patreon.
No, it's on their podcast. Like, so if you subscribe to the Dead End Hip Hop podcast feed, that's where all their DE 365 reviews are.
Mm-hmm. So. We talked about his new single Down South Slangin', which is a fire song. Check that out.
Down South is a hard song.
And apparently they put Ken onto Yellow Beezy, and all of a sudden now he loves. If you follow Ken and wonder what made him like Yellow Beezy,
us.
You know what I'm saying? We putting in work over there. You feel me? So, you know, we talked about the album About Nothing. We talked about mixtape About Nothing. We talked about 11-1-11 Theory.
Yes.
We talked about Festivus.
Yes.
We talked about Attention Deficit. And was there one more tape that we talked about that I'm not remembering? I think that might have been all.
I feel like it was something else.
I do feel like it was something else.
Festivus. Album About Nothing.
Yes.
Mixtape About Nothing.
Yes.
11-1-11.
Yes. Oh, Ambition. We talked about all them tapes, so you know, check those reviews over there. You know what I mean? Get what we got to say and what can. It might not be out. Well, when it does come out, you know what I'm saying, it'll be for Wale week. But so on this side of things, we're gonna speak on. Let's start with 100 Miles and Running. Okay, this is the tape that happened. 100 Miles and Running. We're gonna talk about this tape. This is when he was working with Mixed by Catch Dubs. This is when he was working with Mark Ronson, who was I think he's famous for working with Amy Winehouse at the time. You know what I'm saying? So it was a big deal for a new rapper at that, to be working with that, because these are not hip hop people. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see how it made sense in the grand scheme of things, right? And this is also a tape coming after Paint a Picture and Hate Is the New Love. You know what I'm saying? Two tapes that was just, I don't even know if those were official tapes, but they had official Wale songs. Like, it was a good collection of songs. So those two tapes kind of have overlapping songs, which would happen back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now mixtapes are treated like albums. Everything got to be original production, all that good shit. Back then, you might have a collection of songs and be like, you know, this DJ kind of likes these, so he's going to put these out. And this DJ likes these, so he's going to put these out. And they're both official from you know what I'm saying, for the most part. But it just is what it is. But those will be like, you know, I go back to listen to those. You get all the Wale. You get Uptown Romas. Niggas don't even know about Uptown Romas, nigga.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If niggas want to know about where Nike boots got sampled from, I'm just doing what I gotta do, fly than the rest of them. That's from Uptown Romas. You know what I'm saying? So and I think that was like the first Wale video I ever seen. Like, that's when he had no hair at all.
I just know him for Nike Boots. Nike Boots was the first time I seen him.
That was the first time I seen him too.
But actually, like, I think the first time I heard Wale's name, I think it was the freshman cover.
Oh, that was the first time you heard of him?
Yeah, I think it might have been the freshman cover, because I was confused.
Really?
Because when and then I went back and listened to the tapes. So then I was confused because they put his government name on the page. And I was like, why did
Aluba Wale?
I was like, first off, I was a child, so I was stupid. I was like, why does his mama name him Aluba Wale? Yeah.
It was a long time ago, so we were actually youngins. So there's gonna be some. Because I got some ignorance. I told you about how I felt when I first saw him. So I'll spill some ignorance too. Yeah. After you finish,
I was like, Aluba Wale, and I remember Kenzie. He was like, no, stupid, it's Aluba Wale. That makes a lot more sense. Because I knew his rap name was Wale. I was like, Aluba Wale. Yeah, nah, that can't be it.
Yeah, me and Kenzie knew about This is when I used really our homie Kenzie from Spring Hill. What up, Kenzie? If you watch this, I don't think you do, but you know, if you do, shout out to Mackenzie. You know what I'm saying? One of the I want to say one of the forefathers of a lot of things going on in Spring Hill. You know what I'm saying? If niggas don't even know, like, niggas was the cool kids without even trying to be. Like, niggas was just up on shit in a small ass town. You know what I'm saying? But in that little ass time, we knew about Wale. You know what I'm saying? We came across this nigga. You know what I'm saying? And this is when niggas like us was listening to things like Justice, Genesis. You know what I'm saying? Listening to Daft Punk albums. You know what I'm saying? Like having a love for Pharrell. You know what I'm saying? Billionaire Boys Club and shit. I remember Kenzie was the first person I seen in person to have a pair of ice creams.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas was wearing colors and shit. Niggas really forefathered a lot of swag for you niggas, my nigga. Y'all niggas can be different now and it's cool. Back then it wasn't cool to be different, nigga. You had to deal with shit. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Niggas wanted to be too busy Jeezy Trapper Die all day, and then you come through with a colorful ass outfit. Niggas would be like, nigga, the fuck are you doing? You got to be like, nigga, the fuck is you doing?
Exactly. Everybody always being like, your jeans too tight, Joe.
You know what I'm saying? Just hey, believe a nigga when he does it, nigga. Exactly. Don't sass me for doing it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But bro,
niggas wearing bright joints or whatever.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody wear dunks and Air Force Ones and colorful shit. You know what I'm saying? Like. Yeah. It was such a different time, bro. You know what I'm saying? The jeans clothes was getting like smaller as a whole. Word. You know what I'm saying? And it's on the both sides, from the regular person side and the street side. You know what I'm saying? But
it was a weird, like it was such a harsh transition from baggy clothes to skinny clothes immediately. Yeah. There was no in between.
Yeah.
So now I feel like we're kind of in the in between.
Yeah,
because we found a happy medium. It was either your shit was baggy or your shit was tight. There was no in between.
Yeah, and then it made it worse when you was broke, because then all the rappers you listen to got skinny jeans, but you still wearing baggy ass shit, and you're just like, I got no drip. You feel me? We didn't even use words like drip. I got no swag. That's when swag was a word. You know what I'm saying? Like, for fam. And speaking of swag too, I ain't gonna lie. What niggas can feel how they feel. I credit Wale as one of the niggas that really should be credited for like niggas dressing like niggas really getting fly. You know what I'm saying? Like I did not know about foam posits like that before Wale. You know what I'm saying? Before Wale really brought it to the forefront and told you this how this DC niggas go get down. The Nike boots, the Going Dome Nikes, I didn't know about them shits, and I didn't know about foam posits. You know what I'm saying? And especially, you know, the colorful dunks and shit. Everybody was on that shit, but he was one of the niggas like, he was like, oh, a nigga can be a regular nigga and be a sneakerhead. He don't gotta be already rich. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause niggas knew Fabulous, like niggas like Fabulous for having mad jerseys and mad Air Force Ones, but he's also been signed. He also was platinum with the first album. You know what I'm saying? So you got some money, you can afford to do whatever.
Yeah.
This is when niggas was like, nah, I still work at a job. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a regular nigga, but I like to spend my money on clothes because I like to look good, and I like to get a bunch of sneakers. I need to be fly. You know what I'm saying? At my job or wherever I'm going. You know what I'm saying? He represented that man. He represented every man that could still be fly and shit. You know what I'm saying? And around this time, bro, he was also coming through with the new sound, you know what I'm saying, the go-go sound, which I haven't heard really be a sound before. Like you may have heard influences and you know, beats with drum instrumentation, but it was like his thing, you know what I'm saying? And that shit used to hit so hard because them drums would just sound so fire on the joint. It was just like,
I wish he would go back to it.
I wish it too.
His go-go style that he kind of got known for, he moved away from it. Yeah. And like I understand that all artists evolve and change over time.
I respect it. But
yeah, but I do feel like he had a lane.
Best kept secret. Where are you guys, man?
Where are y'all?
Where are y'all? Come back, please. We miss y'all, man. I hope he misses y'all too. I hope, whatever. If something happens between y'all, I'll mend it. Whatever. I'll be the middleman between y'all, bro. Like y'all gotta get back together, man. Y'all make some classic stuff. Y'all make some classic stuff that was like so early. Niggas that listen to Wale now might even be aware of shit.
Word.
Cause I didn't even know. Like you also forget that, like, you know, just because you may be aware of somebody and then like you realize you're in a nowhere town so nobody else knows, but they're on a magazine and they're getting, you know, they're on blogs and everything. That doesn't mean the whole world knows. You know what I'm saying? Cause I had to be put on that Buck 20. You know what I'm saying? One of the co-hosts in the Wale week. You know what I'm saying? Wavy brother too. You
Nicky Duce, by the way.
Nicky Duce.
You know what I'm saying? He has a bunch of nicknames.
Mr. Disrespectful. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. For that name, he was pretty respectful, but he likes Wale, so I guess there's nothing to disrespect. But for me to hear him and he was like, yo, this actually was the first time I heard about Wale, I was like, really? That was kind of late. You know what I'm saying? Like he was already kind of out. He had his ups and downs, and that was kind of on the up again. I'm like, oh, okay. Like
Wait, which one they say was his first? Because I know he said 11-1-11 was like his favorite tape.
Yeah, I think it was something late like that. I don't want to say album about nothing, but it was like something around.
He was before album about nothing.
He was late.
Say that.
He was like late. If it wasn't 11-1-11 Theory,
I think it was Ambition.
It might have been Ambition, where he was like, "This is my first."
Yeah, I think he said it was Ambition.
Yeah, and even with Ambition, like that was the second album. It was late because he had mad mixtapes before then.
He already dropped 2 nothings.
Yeah. Mixtape About Nothing and More About Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Had his first debut album, which I still feel like is a pretty decent project. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a period piece because it definitely sounds like a certain time. You know what I'm saying? But it was still Wale. You know what I'm saying? Wale was doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what is the problem between him and Kid Cudi because they have a weird like saga. You know what I'm saying? Because like I just remember there was Cool in the freshman thing, and then I remember the GQ had Wale, Kid Cudi, and Drake as like the faces of the new school, which
I remember that.
They were pretty accurate with that. You know what I'm saying? Pretty accurate with that. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden it was like him and Kid Cudi don't get along no more. Kid Cudi I think was in a Complex interview or one of them shit. He was like, "We don't respect you musically." What is it about Wale when niggas just want to go public and be like, "I don't like this nigga,"
because they know that they can get a reaction out of Wale.
Yeah.
So it's like you can get a reaction out of it, you're gonna do it every time because Wale gives niggas a reaction for nothing.
Yeah, because he didn't forget that, Scott. Only difference is he ain't get no sympathy calls to get back up. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He just
okay. Wale, even though he's one of my favorite artists, he is also one of the most annoying artists that I keep up with.
Yeah.
I respect his greatness, but he's always trying to tell people how great he is. I feel like he's slowed down in the past couple years.
Yeah.
But for the first 10, 15 years of his career, it was always Wale showing up at places cussing everybody out.
Yeah, and that I wish he would have stopped that shit just because he comes off like a pretty cool and decent dude. But one thing I've learned is you don't get your credit when you ask for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, put it this way, bro. Nicki Minaj, who is on paper, in whatever capacity, nigga, say what you want to say, is one of the greatest female artists, probably the greatest on paper female artist we've had ever. You know what I'm saying?
Talking about rappers?
Rappers. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. Because if I say artist, nigga, that's
different.
She ain't Janet Jackson. Like, I respectfully, my bad. Might be the greatest female rapper that we've ever had. You know what I'm saying? Success wise, she can rap with the fellas. She's killed niggas. She's killed niggas on their own shit. She's rapped with the best of them and killed them.
Yeah.
The song is called Monster. All right. You know what I'm saying? That has Rick Ross. Even though he only
point. What is the point?
I'm just saying she has I almost lost respect for her when she just got into naming stats, and I was just like, you don't have to do that. You're the greatest. Like,
and we don't getting in petty beefs with people.
Yeah, it was when she was in petty beefs with Cardi, and then everybody was like, "Yo, Cardi's great." Everybody does that, but she's like, "Well, we're not the same because I did this and I did this and I did this," and I was like, "Why are you putting out your stats? Like you." It almost made me feel like, oh, you must feel threatened by this new person because you keep on trying to show how much better you are because you didn't do this before when it was just you.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? And you held it down. You held it when it was just you and you were holding shit down and was untouchable and it seemed like no other woman would ever, well, not ever, but no woman would be able to touch you. You didn't do this because you knew you had shit on lock. And now here's somebody else getting some real attention, getting some real notoriety, getting awards. You know what I'm saying? Doing their shit.
Isn't that what Lil Kim did to her? Didn't Lil Kim diss her when she first came out or something? So didn't she like not like her for a little while? But then she had to retract it because she realized Nicki was the future. So then Nicki kind of do the same thing.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, I was very mad at Lil Kim for that shit. That's why
I feel you. It's always wrong. It never makes sense.
That's why I was very mad at Nicki Minaj when she was doing it to Cardi B because I was just like, what the fuck? You're doing the same shit that you had a problem with Lil Kim doing that shit to you. And I didn't know about behind the scenes, but just me saying, I'm like, why is Lil Kim dissing this person? Like, yeah, she's obviously influenced by you, but like, cause like they both did the hardcore pose when it's like she's not doing this in a slight to you, she's doing this as homage. Like I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but I was like, all I know is like, for one thing, y'all both New York artists, and as a New Yorker outside of New York, I need New York artists to pop, because when y'all don't pop, I look stupid out here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Niggas gonna be like, yeah, nigga, ain't nobody listening to y'all niggas, nigga.
Nope.
You know what I mean? I'm in the South where niggas is like, you know what, Lil Wayne, fuck Jay-Z. And I'm like, how do you say fuck Jay-Z when Lil Wayne is saying he loves Jay-Z, and y'all niggas be like, nah, nigga, fuck Jay-Z. I can't win, my nigga. Like, I've had many arguments with niggas with it'd be 5 or 6 of them niggas feeling the same way, and I'm just like, but bruh, I'm not saying Lil Wayne is bad. I'm just, it'll be an argument has nothing to do with nothing. It'll be like, yo, I think the Drought 3 was actually better than No Ceilings. Nigga, fuck Jay-Z. What? What? I'm like, all right, y'all got it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like, I hated when it was two women, two New York artists going at each other, and I'm just like, y'all should be collabing. Y'all should be, you know what I'm saying? It
that would make too much sense.
Yeah.
You're trying to make too much sense right now.
You're right.
And the issue is that Cardi decided she was going to make sense. She started collabing with all the women, and that made Nicki look even worse.
Nigga, made what, WAP? That shit did so much numbers. That shit, with the last shit she did with Lizzo, that shit going up crazy.
So yeah. Nicki had to start collabing with women to finally start, like her name was already up, but like to get people back on her side, she had to start collabing with other women.
Yeah, she had, and you know what also happened? She stopped trying to name the stats and create some new ones. You know what I'm saying? Because they're never gonna give you your credit that you deserve. The only ones that was doing it was the Nicki Minaj fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, and while she deserves it, it's like still like you don't. That's not how you get credit. You don't say your stats, because we really don't care. Honestly,
nobody cares.
You know what I'm saying? We throw out legends like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like don't be. It sucks, but don't be a legend and try to tell us that you a legend, my nigga. Like unless you on Drink Champs or something, you gotta be on the right platform to do that shit.
Oh yeah, you got to be around people who are in the process of acknowledging your success.
Yeah.
Before you can go on a rant about your success.
Yeah.
If you just in a room minding your business and you start talking about how great you are, you're gonna look weird.
Yeah, you're gonna look crazy.
But if you want, like you said, if you in an interview and people are already listing your accolades, and you was like, yeah, I did that, and I did this, and I did this, like that's different.
We really love it when you humble about it. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce gets all the credit in the world. Only time I ever see her talk her shit is when she's on a beat and niggas be actually excited because they're like, oh snap, Beyonce, who is Beyonce and has been Beyonce for a long fucking time, is actually acknowledging, hey, I'm Beyonce. Yeah. I am a whole mood. Like, nigga, how many albums are we in? I don't know what other album she was like, you know what? I'm fucking Beyonce. Like, it's amazing. It's amazing that she did that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what Wale needs to do. He needs to like not try to ask niggas for credit. You just got to create it. Create new stats. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to tell us the old ones.
I feel like you could do that. But whenever like I'm thinking about Wale and like his attitude when he goes places, it kind of reminds me of Russ and how Russ is so cocky that it kind of makes people not like him. And Wale was the original as far as our generation of artists, and then Russ kind of picked it up and did it again.
Well, if you want to be really real, the difference between Russ and Wale, this shit.
Well, yeah.
So if you really want to take it there,
because I'm not saying
Wale's also a dark skinned nigga, and you know how
absolutely. So, but I'm not saying that Russ doesn't make good music and all like that. I heard some of his stuff. It's pretty good. Yeah. But Russ's attitude has always been his biggest deterrent. Because I remember when he went up on Everyday Struggle and was having a whole argument with them about how they had dissed him before, and like it seems like none of them even remember dissing him.
Yeah, they I'm sure they didn't. I'm sure they didn't, honestly. But because he had to make his rounds, and you know what also the problem was? I feel like he was arguing with niggas, but he was also trying to be like, nah, it happened and I get it. I'm just saying it did happen. And everybody was trying to be like, well. And I feel it wasn't really something that needed to be argued. It was like, well, yeah. All you had to be is like, yes, you emailed us when you were nobody and then you became somebody. And now, now you can talk that shit because it's part of your journey. But nobody wants to be wrong about anything. No. So they had a needless conversation and a needless argument. But you know what I'm saying?
I think he's done that other places too.
Yeah, yeah.
Go places and just be an asshole.
The difference between him and Wale, though, besides the skin color, is I feel like Russ also is an independent machine, so he can ruffle the feathers of the media. Because I've even heard Wale say this. Wale be like, well, reason why my friends like Kid Cudi and like J. Cole do better than me is because they're media darlings. Like they don't cause no problems with the media. Like they don't have no beef with Breakfast Club or High 97. Like everybody likes them universally. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And at most they just decide, you know what, I'm gonna do less interviews. I'm cool. But they never be like, oh, well, like with Wale, like, niggas would just choose to be upset with him. Like he might do an interview over here, and then this person's like, well, why'd you do the interview with them? Why didn't we get that exclusive? And all of a sudden now they don't want to fuck with him. He's had to play that weird ass game where Russ was like, well, no publication made me. Like no interview was like hot and made me. I made myself. You know what I'm saying? So my fans don't come to me for me being on the Breakfast Club or me being here or me being there. They come to me for the music. So if I get hated by the industry, I'm still gonna be able to survive because what got me here was the music, and that's what I'm still about. So I can talk my shit to y'all niggas because I really don't need y'all. You know what I mean? So he can come through with his petty ass energy and talk about shit that really don't matter and have that whole argument on everyday struggle. Yeah. Though I do wish Joe Budden was there on that episode because he was so much like, nigga, I wish I would have did that shit when I was there because I would have told him to fuck off on my damn show talking about that shit that nobody gives a fuck about.
I know that now that more information has came out about Joe's kind of in a dark place right now as far as like his public perception. But I used to really watch Everyday Struggle just for that
really
nigga.
Did.
And that was my shit. As soon as he left, I stopped watching it, honestly. Because I never liked academics. Yeah. Ever. And I still don't. Fuck that nigga. Yeah. And the Deska shit was cool. She didn't really bother me. Cool. She would do her thing. She would mediate. She would host. Cool. She did her job. Yeah. But Joe, he was the most interesting part of the show.
He was like one of them pieces where like when you just take two random ingredients, but then you have something else that somehow blends them together.
Chemical X.
You know, basically, while you're trying to be funny, you actually kind of correct. you correct this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, if you got salt and then you got sugar, these two really don't go together. But if you make a third ingredient that kind of like blends them in together a little bit, and it's like, oh, okay, we actually got something. You know what I'm saying? We got teriyaki. You know what I mean? So. But yeah, when he left, it definitely wasn't the same. And I even tried watching some episodes afterwards, and it was only because like it might be an album I'm really anticipating, and then like they get the guy on there, and I'm gonna see if it's gonna be entertaining. Yeah. Sometimes it still be because they had a dude named Wayno who used to manage Dave East. He's respected, he's cool, but he ain't no Joe. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't be the same. Sometimes it was cool, sometimes it was like, yeah, nah, I'm not doing this. You know what I'm saying? That's why Everyday Struggle is not even around anymore.
It went on for a good little bit after Joe left. They really tried to ride that train on out, but no.
And when I say they, I'm not even gonna say the hosts because they got to get a paycheck. They probably
Complex.
Complex was trying to. Complex really wanted to prove that they don't need Joe.
Even though I remember after Joe left, Joe said like the whole show was my idea. I went to them and they gave me a show. So he's like, after he left the show that he made, it's probably not going to work the same no more. Yeah. The writing was on the wall.
It's one of them things where shows are like, yo, Joe is crazy, but he's also a genius in certain ways. And it's like...
He's always been an entertaining person.
Yeah, he's always been entertaining. He's always had great ideas, but, he'll always Joe his way out of it.
Oh, he always messes it up. That's very true.
Though I will say, the Complex thing might be the one thing where they Joe'd him. Like, I don't think Joe really fucked himself out of that. He just knew his worth and wasn't going to take less than that shit for a show he fucking created. And he's getting paid like a member of the show and not the creator of the show, and not getting proper credit.
And then they was doing sponsorship deals and wasn't trying to break him off of the sponsorship. So
he was like, all right, I'll let y'all niggas rock because I thought y'all niggas was smart enough and realized that like you got something here, but obviously you niggas don't want to listen, so I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. I respect that. That might be the one situation. And is everything else?
And he left it the best way he could. He didn't blow up on no episode. He left quietly, and then he announced on his own platforms why he left. He didn't have no crazy awkward episode where he was bitter and shit. He left. They announced that he was gone, and he went on his platform and talked about it. Yeah. If he would have had some massive blow up episode, that would have been messy.
He would have been Wale.
Yeah. It wouldn't have been a good look for him. But the fact that he left and then talks his shit made way more sense.
Yeah.
And he's never had any issues with the Desco or academics. He never spoke bad about them. It was always about Complex.
Yeah. Even now, to the point, even to today, and he could say some shit about academics. I almost sometimes be mad he don't say more shit about academics.
I wish he would,
because academics been ever since he doesn't have Joe around to check him when he's doing the bullshit. He's been on a bullshit storm,
mad reckless.
And at this point, I'm just like, I don't wish violence on no man, but he needs his ass. Somebody, one of y'all young niggas that's making money but too stupid to realize you don't need to go to jail. Let one of your life lessons be through this nigga. All right. Don't let it be through some random nigga in the streets that nobody else knows and cares about and won't even hear about. Let academics be that. You know what I'm saying? Because he gonna tell. You know what I'm saying? So whip his ass, and then maybe he might smarten up and be like, oh, I can be touched. You know what I'm saying?
Shouldn't start talking crazy about niggas.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't stop talking crazy about. And he only talks crazy about the niggas that you shouldn't talk crazy about. Only, bro.
So you saying that he'll never be out here talking crazy about Lil Tecca?
Bro, at all, bro. Yeah. If Freddie Gibbs did not freaking have to spend freaking time in jail for a rape allegation in a whole nother country, Freddie Gibbs probably would have did a bid for that ass whipping. You know what I'm saying? But freaking spending time in a jail that you don't even speak the language and you didn't even do the crime that they locking you up for. I feel like that was Spook. That was Spook's most gangster of niggas.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to see regular prison, nigga. I don't even want to see bars, nigga. I don't even like rooms, nigga. My house is open as shit. You know what I'm saying? No locked doors, my nigga.
Yeah, like a nigga like him, he ain't trying to get caught up in nothing no more.
He's like, nah, nigga, I did my bid in the streets and then I got out of the streets and made it in the rap game just to get locked up for some bullshit that I didn't even do. I don't want no problems with nobody, bro, at all.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why niggas like academics.
Unless your name is Jeezy.
Yeah, that might be the only nigga.
That's the only nigga that Freddie Gibbs will publicly diss at any given moment.
You know what? Will we give Freddie Gibbs like the credit for realizing when Jeezy like officially was like no longer trap or die and was like, okay, I ain't trying to go to jail neither, because he was the first nigga to like to try Jeezy and like not get repercussions for it. Like Gucci and Jeezy had their thing, but it was known that like it could go down crazy with these two people, and it's already gone down crazy. So we're just lucky that niggas ain't focused on that shit and trying to get money. You know what I'm saying? But Freddie Gibbs was talking crazy about Jeezy, and Jeezy was like, I'm over here making deals, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Freddie Gibbs was almost the first nigga to be like, nigga smoking on Pookie Loke, and Jeezy's like, hey nigga, I signed you, it didn't work. I'm not about to lose my life because you want to talk crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Freddie, you think you balling because you got a block. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, that was a funny ass video because I was like, why is Freddie Gibbs playing basketball in this video, my nigga? Like, you a whole, and not saying gangsters can't play basketball, but you a whole gangster rapper, nigga. Like, now you off the block trying to shoot the rock, sweating, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Wale, bro, I feel like he would have a better career if he wasn't so plagued by like trying to tell people that he's the greatest.
I agree.
And even going through some of his early stuff, I realized why he may feel that way, because besides the go-go shit, which is a whole sound, I think we kind of realized that he was kind of the first nigga to be rapping on like, I don't really know what to categorize because I don't call it EDM, but like, like Justice and like Daft Punk type beats. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do it often, but he did make a thing of it. It's called Wale Dance. If you ever want to check it, I don't know if the video is still on YouTube. I hope it is, because for a nigga that wasn't like signed, that was kind of independent and had like maybe a little bit of backing from like some notable niggas that believed in him, it's a pretty dope video. Like, it's a dope video. Work is put into it. You know what I'm saying? On a different type of track too. So that nigga had to believe in that shit. You know what I'm saying? To shoot a video for that one. You know what I mean? But colorful shit, it made me a believer. I was like, this nigga got something. He's different. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, on How Miles Are Running, you know what I'm saying, I feel like this was like the first tape where he got his rapping on, and it was kind of like put together well. You know what I'm saying? Like, it had all kind of joints that we deem as classic. Like the classic go-go shit. You know what I'm saying? The breakdown.
Exactly. You got breakdown. DC Gorillas is my shit too.
Yes, DC Gorillas. Oh, you know what's funny too? Because when we was playing, I skipped it, but I forgot that on DC Gorillas, on the second half of that joint, Best Kept Secret actually took the Gorillas joint and sampled it and turned it into a go-go beat. I forgot about that because I was looking at it right now and it says produced by Best Kept Secret, and I was like, they're not the Gorillaz, but I was like, oh, that's what made his thing different. Because we'll say Lupe Fiasco had the best freestyle over the Gorillaz beat, which I forget the name of that song. I think it was 2000, but it's a Gorillaz song. Niggas know what we're talking about if you're from the era. But that particular beat, Lupe did the best freestyle over it, but Wale's shit stood out because he rapped on it regular and then made it his own, which was a cheat code, especially in the time where you had to be different. You really had to be different to stand out. You know what I'm saying? Especially, it was the freaking Laffy Taffy Snap era? It was the Laffy Taffy Snap era, my nigga. Like, ringtones, nigga. Yo, it was that era, and you had to really stand out if you was really about your rapping shit. And he had a whole sound, bro. Like, dog. Freaking, and he had this, he also had another producer, Judah, who, you know, if you want to get back to basics and back to just rapping on a hip-hop beat, he could provide that too. Judah was coming with them joints. You know what I'm saying? But, yo, Wale dance, that's some shit that I feel like not a lot of rappers really did back in the day, was rap over, like, you know, Daft Punk and you know, Justice type beats and whatnot, except for like Laws, who
that's topic for another
day. That's a tragic story for the day. Nobody even died. It's just a rapper we believed in from our town, literally from our town, and was.
Everybody's met him except me. That's the only part I don't like.
I do feel bad about Kev. Our homie Mackenzie, he has a little brother named Sam who I also used to chill with, and this is what I hate. Sam, they invited him to like a studio session. This is why I'm extra upset. I met him and had to go to work that day, and I felt so fucking stupid because at the time the nigga was like kind of my favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying? Even if during that time he might have been past his prime, because what the fuck is he doing with niggas like Sam and those they was cool niggas, but nigga, he was like becoming major. But like I said, we'll get into detail another time. But I'm like, why is he there? Why is he accessible to me? And I was so like, I won't say starstruck because he wasn't a star, but like I really fucked with the nigga. So like I was quiet because I didn't want to say something stupid, which. Nigga,
you love.
I have a whole. That's all I do.
That's the whole point of this show.
So I cared.
Say stupid stuff.
I cared enough about this nigga that I was like, I'm not gonna say nothing because I don't want to be like, I love you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I was hyped when I told the nigga that I was hyped that I told the nigga I might have seen you leaving out of a apartment complex, which I didn't realize he lived around there because my fiance right now. I remember reading through a magazine. Okay, I'm getting this. I can't help it. I can't help it. But yeah, like besides another rapper that we know and love, Wale was like one of the first and only people to rap over Justice beats. We really gotta talk about Laws one day. We gotta tell that story. But and it's only we're gonna know about it. But it's crazy. But yeah, like 100 miles of running, bro. Like it's in the Wale saga. I feel like it's a classic tape because it's one of them times where he really got like. I feel like this tape is kind of what brought him to XXL status.
I think so too.
I can't really tell if he was XXL before or after a mixtape About Nothing. I think it probably happened like right around the same time.
I feel like it might have been after because Mixtape About Nothing is also sponsored by 10 Deep, like the clothing label who sponsor other mixtapes. And I don't know if an artist like Wale would have been able to get that kind of deal. Kind of like they're gonna sponsor tape before the cover. Yeah, I'm not saying he couldn't. I just in my head I don't see that.
Yeah, and shout out to Mark Ronson too.
Yeah,
real nigga move right there.
10 Deep was only sponsored.
10 Deep.
Yeah, they didn't sponsor too many mixtapes, but I do remember a good amount of mixtapes they sponsored.
For sure.
10 Deep sponsored that Money Making Jam Boys tape.
10 Deep be knowing what they doing, bro.
Yeah,
Money Making Jam Boys is also gonna be another story for another day because we could talk about STS and his involvement because I don't know what the fuck he was doing in that shit. That still confuses me to this day. But
watch out, you know I'm over STS.
I won't say some of the nicknames I have for him because that's too disrespectful. If I say some of the names I used to make with his letters, that nigga would have to fight me when he see me. I wouldn't even hold you. Like if I get socked randomly, if I just look up and see him, I'm gonna be like, "You right." You're right. I'm holding my jaw. You're right. You know
another tape that we didn't review over there with them during Wale Week was More About Nothing.
Yes.
Which we collectively agree is probably the best tape out of all the Nothing.
Yes. Definitely my favorite. You know what I'm saying? If it's not the best, I know Buck 20 said everybody says Album About Nothing is Wale at his best. Cool. I'm cool with all that. But me, nigga, I feel like More About Nothing is definitely my favorite. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
It's a perfect blend. I feel like it's Wale at his best. You're gonna get all of Wale, meaning you're gonna get the rappity rap shit, you're gonna get the go-go shit, you're gonna get the some girl, empowerment, you know what I'm saying? Which shout out, I'll give Wale hella credit for that, because personally, as a lover of women and especially black women, I wish rap had more women empowerment from the fellas, you know what I'm saying, instead of calling them bitches all the time, you know what I mean? But shout out to Wale for shouting out the ambitious girls 3 times on 3 different tapes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you get all kinds of Wale on this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's also a high quality Wale. It's not just Wale variety, but mediocre shit. It's Wale variety, but it's also top tier Wale. And it was at a time where he was kind of cold, because this was after attention deficit.
Mm-hmm.
So niggas wasn't really checking for Wale fans was, but like the masses wasn't checking for Wale. They thought it was over for that nigga. Yeah. And he was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna make a tape. You know what I'm saying? And this is actually it ain't the tape that put him back on, but it was the tape in the era that put him back on, because he was featured on No Hands, and that put him back on. You know what I'm saying? Which is funny too, because if you hear the story about how he got on No Hands, he was
did not want him on that shit.
Yeah.
Well, like the label did.
Yeah, the label.
The artist loved it.
Yeah, because Waka Flocka wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Waka Flocka wasn't gonna be like, yo, who this? Like, Waka was actually excited to have him on the shit, because he's like, oh, this nigga's actually a rapper. You know what I'm saying? And then they came through, one took that shit, drunk as hell. Wale would tell you, he was like, he was drunk as hell, he was sleepy as hell, he was about to go home. You know what I'm saying? But then, like, Waka Flocka pulled up. He was like, yo, I got this song, you want to hop on it? Dude almost didn't hop on it, because he was like, bro, I've been here mad long, I'm tired as hell. But he's like, fuck it. He does it. You know what I'm saying? It comes out good, and then ends up being the career revitalizing verse for him. Literally. Because who knows if he even would have went on MMG after that. Because, like, I'm telling you, Wale was cold. Wale was cold. Respectfully, Wale will tell you he was cold during that time. And that shit kind of put him back up. It was on a song with Waka Flocka, who was hot as hell at that time, pause. If I could have used better words. Roscoe Dash, who was on fire at that time. You know what I'm saying? And then we got Wale, and Wale did his motherfucking thing on that shit.
Did.
You know what I'm saying? Freestyle too, I believe. Freestyle. You know what I'm saying? He gave niggas, because he wasn't even hype about the verse. He was like, I'm just going to freestyle this shit, whatever. I'll give my bullshit verse. And he came out, Waka Flocka was like, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit crazy. Shout out to Waka, bro. Shout out to Waka. Yeah, I learned to appreciate Waka after his time. You know what I'm saying? How he actually was dope during his time. You know what I'm saying? But
he had a lot of tapes.
He had a lot of tapes.
The funniest thing about Waka Flocka's tapes
is the ad libs.
The ad libs, and how his tapes will always be basketball related.
Yeah. Waka Flocka James.
Waka Flocka Do Flocka Rain. Like, God, I used to love his tapes.
He used to be wild as shit, bro.
Salute Me or Shoot Me. Those the only ones that wasn't basketball related was Salute Me or Shoot Me. The rest of them was basketball related.
Yes, bro. Shout out to Waka Flocka, bro. Shout out to Waka Flocka. Shout out to 1017. And shout out to the new set 1017. You know what I'm saying? Brick Squad. It's because of Waka Flocka now being ATL. Anytime I'm driving, if I go to that Del Taco, I'm like, Riveter. I can't help it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ride down one street. You know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna ride down because I ain't trying to get shot. But I'm gonna drive down and just play Grove Street Party just for the hell of it. That shit just hits so much better when you're in Atlanta or you're in the ATL area. You know what I'm saying? But bro, like I just realized how fire this tape was, bro. Like, yo, the MC, I feel like the MC is top tier Wale rapping.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And like that beat comes into drums on that.
Yeah. And it's not even a go-go joint, but it's just a fire. It's just a fire like beat. That only Wale I feel like would rap on too. That needs to be noted. He's always been an original nigga. I'll give him that. You know what I'm saying? Even though with the criticisms of feeling like, you know, Ambition was all from Rick Ross's email, except for Slight Work, because you know, niggas do not like Big Sean. I'm not feeling that shit, son.
Dead End is never like Big Sean. We all know that.
The slander gotta stop though.
They're not gonna stop. You just gotta understand, baby.
Ironically, they're saying, "Why would we stop? Bitch, we're unstoppable,
boy."
Boy,
it is what it is with them niggas.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. It was the funniest shit when I was watching. I think they was talking about Big Sean, and then like I heard Mike Seatown just say "boy" randomly. That shit was the most hilarious shit ever. Cause I be forgetting that used to be his ad lib.
It was,
but bro. The soup is fire as hell, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Respect is like food, nigga. What it do? I mean, real good. No soup for you. Yeah. Bro. The Breeze cool with a Wiz Khalifa in his prime.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like a gearing up Wiz Khalifa, like a unstoppable Wiz Khalifa. I go like Cushion Orange. What, yo? I don't even smoke. I might try Cushion Orange juice, bro, because that like Wiz Khalifa's always been fire, but it just seemed like that nigga was so comfortable in the booth. Like he would try different flows. He just was fresh off a tape with Currency. You know, I guess I'll be another story for another time too, because I could talk crazy about the Wiz Khalifa journey. We should actually make that a thing once in a while. Like niggas that we actually saw come up, not niggas we just heard about when they got their number one single and now everybody knows about them. Like when we knew these niggas, when niggas got dreads and we knew them when they had no hair, like that type of shit. You know what I mean? But bro, the friends strangers, the number one. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a cold Wale, and he's literally talking about the struggles of trying to be number one. You know what I'm saying? Going through it with his girl because he's focused on being number one. He has ambition. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended, but literally. You know what I'm saying? Like he's trying to do something. Like he feels he could be great at this, and he's not getting the recognition. And he's like trying to figure out, yo, how do I be great?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Then he got the Eyes of the Tiger, which was a Tiger Woods theme song.
Yeah,
very topical at that time. It doesn't really make sense in today's time.
Yeah,
because like why y'all niggas still talking about Tiger Woods? At the time, the Tiger Woods news was fresh.
Very
was
fresh.
About it.
The joint came out it almost came out like damn near a week, like less than a week after the whole shit happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think. Cause you know these days when niggas want to rape bitches and shit and there be freaking 30 fucking victims, y'all niggas need to cut that shit out. But like it'd be a string of during time, you know what I'm saying? Whereas like Tiger, when he had like a whole bunch of white women that he was fucking behind his wife's back, it was like news was still coming out.
Yeah,
and he was like addressed. He was, you know what I'm saying? He was addressing just the it's over between these two. Like his wife is coming for that money. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, then the war, bruh. The war was cool.
Song, I feel like the breakup song was
classic.
The biggest song off this tape.
Yes.
If this tape had a single, it would be the breakup song.
Very much. A fire song. You know what I'm saying? It was one of the songs I went back to when I went through a breakup. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And
it's a real song. It's
real. And Stevie Wonder sample. You know what I'm saying? I get reminded every time I listen to that Stevie Wonder song. It made me want to listen to the breakup song. That's how you know what song is good. Because you know a song. It's whatever when like you listen to a song that samples something and then you want to listen to the sample. But when you listen to the sample and then you want to listen to the actual song that was made from it, that says something about a song. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Wale, bro. You know what I mean? The Working. It's a cool song. I think it was one of them rapidy rap joints.
Yeah.
I fuck with it.
The Black and Gold.
I liked it. I think you said you didn't really care for it.
It's okay. I don't hate it. It's okay.
It was a cool high tempo Wale. You know what I'm saying? The Manipulation too. I respect it. I ain't gonna lie. I like the first Manipulation better. I just feel like this one was forced because this is one of the instances where niggas try to get down south beats and it's not good down south beats, which was ironic because it came a few tracks before a down south beat that sounds good as a down south beat, but. It was a cool concept record. For those that didn't listen to the first one that had the Manipulation 1 on there. I like it. It was like, two sides of a man trying to holler at a woman. It was, the softer guy trying to, appease to the woman, treat her like a queen and stuff. And then there's the one that be like, yo, trying to fuck with a nigga or not, bitch. I don't fuck with you. Fuck everything about you, but let's fuck. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? Then the Best in the League. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't remember Best in the League, but if I probably play it, I'll recognize it. The Posse Cut, that is the No Hands.
No,
that's not. That's the
Guilty Pleasure.
The Guilty Pleasure No Hands. Got
you. No Hands.
Got you.
The Posse Cut is just that.
That was the real niggas fuck with me and I don't give a fuck with them. Which had I think Kevin Durant on that, right? He was like, cause it was like, yo, talk your shit. You talk your shit. He's like, man, I'm leading my team in scores. And he's like, yo, above all, where are you? What's the most important thing? He's like, hey, all you need to know is I'm from DC, Maryland, Virginia. So I guess that was the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that.
Trip downtown.
Hated that song.
It's okay.
Hated both parts of that song because it's a one part or two part. It sounded like Wale trying to do Drake's shit, and that's not his lane. I don't like him in that lane. Swerve out of it, please. Don't come back.
The ambitious girl.
I like him, showing love to the ladies, especially ambitious ones. You know what I'm saying? Because especially these days, chicks rapping about not being a wife and shit. I'm never letting light skin Keisha leave that shit down. I've never heard a woman in a verse rap about, proudly rap, I am not a wife. What? Oh, we heading in a different direction, sir. We heading in a different direction. But yeah, shout out Ambitious Girl.
The Motivation Be Right. I don't remember that off the top of my head.
I don't remember that off the top of my head neither.
The Cloud. I remember not liking that song that much. I don't like The Cloud.
Oh, that was the one I think he rapped with Tierra Thomas. He was just rapping on a guitar.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Rap about getting high. Yeah, as people that don't smoke weed. Weed songs can be really hit or miss, especially when that's not really your style. You don't rap about a lot. We're more like HOC niggas. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar.
The Power. I remember not liking that much either. I didn't like any of these. The last 3 songs is a no for me. The Cloud, The Power, and The Flight. I was like, all right.
I'm not mad at that. But yeah, the rest of the tape though, this is definitely definitely good Wale. We definitely fucked with this tape. And the funny thing is, I remember when I listened to it, when it came out, I wasn't too hype on it because I was also in my phase of not liking mainstream rap. So the part of it where he was on No Hands, I didn't really care for No Hands. Wasn't a fan of Roscoe Dash. Wasn't a fan of Waka Flocka. I wanted my underground shit. I was either listening to underground hip hop or 90s hip hop or blog hip hop. But I wasn't trying to hear none of that club shit. I wasn't trying to hear nothing that you could shake an ass to. You know what I'm saying? Quan ain't never had no hoes. Wonder why. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah. Now let's talk about
that was the only 2 that we mentioned.
Yeah. And I'll take one little slight thing about Wild That's Crazy. I want to give some appreciation to Wild That's Crazy. I feel like that's kind of like my favorite. If you want, we kind of shitted on album Wale. Well, I'll say I did. I feel like I kind of shitted on Wale album Wale because we was realizing we kind of like him as mixtape Wale because when it comes to albums, I feel like he gets a little too serious. He's a great concept rapper, a great album artist, which is kind of sad because he has big singles and that should lead people to the album. But a lot of times people get great singles and then their albums be bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But Wale's not one of them artists. He's one of them artists that gets a good single, but his album's gonna be good too. You know what I mean? And I understand the Dead End, they kind of like that because they're older dudes. You know what I'm saying? They want substance. You know what I'm saying? The more substance, the better. Whereas we kind of want to have some fun. So we kind of want you to joke. We want you to bullshit. We want you to kick some meaningless raps. We just want you to talk about how fly you are in 10 different ways. You know what I'm saying? Or if
sometimes.
Sometimes.
As long as you don't do it every song, you.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? If you got a 15-song album and 14 of those songs are slow and you're a rapper, I'm probably not going to like your album.
Why are you talking about album by nothing, huh?
I didn't say any names.
It sounds like it to me. It sounds like you're talking about album by nothing.
That's what it sounds like, but I didn't say any specific album titles.
I get it. No face, no case. I get you.
But
yeah, Wild That's Crazy is definitely one of my, if not one of my favorite Wale album. You know what I'm saying? It's his latest release project. You know what I'm saying?
No, he dropped a tape after that.
Oh, he dropped. Well, it was a little EP. It was 3 songs. You know what I'm saying? During the oh no, it was 6 songs.
Yeah, and I really liked it.
Pardon me. Yeah,
I really liked the Imperfect Storm. I really liked that.
Yeah, it was good. It was definitely good, especially during the George Floyd. Rest in peace. Yeah. The George Floyd riots.
It was the whole thing was recorded during the pandemic. You could tell by the stuff he was talking about.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But Wild That's Crazy is pretty fire because it's like Wale at his before the riots and shit. It was in 2019. It was like him at his Black Power-est. I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blackity black, and I'm black, y'all. And you know what? You know what kind of women I like? I like black women. You know how I like my clothes? Black. You know where I'm from? Nigeria. But also doing it in a tasteful way, doing it in a way that is not overly done or it's not nigga, where you coming from with this shit? It was nice. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, I'm not even gonna hold you. First, I'm just gonna talk about the first track. We ain't breaking down too much, but bruh, his whole first track being influenced by something that Issa Rae said. You know what I'm saying? Sue me. Well, she didn't say sue me, but she's like, she was at an award show and the person was like, so who you want to win? And she was like,
I'm rooting for everybody who's black.
Yeah. You can tell she thought about it for a second. She's like, do I want to be real? Let's be real. I'm rooting for everybody that's black. And then looked dead at her and was just like,
yep. And she meant it.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Issa Rae, man. Shout out to Issa Rae. Y'all watch the 5th season of Insecure. We're not sponsored at all. We just want our people to win. You feel me? But yeah. That I ain't gonna lie, bro. I listen to that song. Sometimes that song gets me like emotional a little bit because it makes me black and proud, especially being in Atlanta, coming from Florida, where they just breed white people. You know what I'm saying? Who are white, where people just get so white, they're damn near gonna come out clear. You know what I'm saying? It's the home of the paste. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Shout out to Florida, but yeah, it's
home of the paste.
Shout out to Florida. It just got annoying. Like, I didn't realize how annoying it was only seeing black people when I went to church. Other than that, most of the time, great majority of the time, we're so much the minority. You know what I'm saying? So it's a culture shock to be in Atlanta where I'm mostly around black people all the time, around my own people. You know what I'm saying? So it made this album actually hit a little harder for me too. Like actually being around my black people, listening to black music that says, "Hey, I'm black and proud." You know what I'm saying? While also talking that shit too. Got on Chill on there and all that good shit. So yeah, if you like Wale, I would recommend that joint. You know what I mean? Actually, we don't even probably gotta mention an artist of the week because we could just say Wale.
Great.
You know what I mean? But yeah, shout out to Wale. Shout out to Dead End for having Wale Week that inspired this whole thing. And yeah, we can get into these battles now.
3 battles.
We're gonna get into these
for round 2 of the Ultimate Madness tournament. We took a break from doing Ultimate Madness for a while because I wasn't aware of why there wasn't 4 battles for round 2
at all.
I was like, why is there only 3?
Wow.
And the niggas had to remind me, yo, there's only 3 because Piranha, who's supposed to battle real name Brandon, he had some legal issues, so he couldn't do his next battle. So real name Brandon he didn't have a battle for that week.
That is a little weird for me because it's just like, no disrespect, but it seemed like real name Brandon just got screwed. Like they couldn't find something for him or find a 6-string. I just feel like I like real name Brandon, so I wanted to hear him battle again. So like I would have liked for him to like just find anybody, even though they couldn't, if Piranha was in, some shit, which is ironic because he's one of the niggas that we say we believe. So it makes a little sense. But I would have just I wanted real name real name Piranha. I wanted real name Brandon to kind of get, some shine on this thing because he was definitely one of the people he's one of the contenders I would think would win this whole thing, honestly.
I thought he was really good too. He's still in the competition. He still has a chance to win.
Still the best rap name too. The best battle rap name I've heard yet.
He just has less battles.
I guess so. As long as they keep him in there, as long as he don't get screwed out of a slot just because of technicalities, then I'm cool with it. It is what it is. Yeah. That one was a cheat code too. He might have snitched on that nigga. Now I think about it. This is gonna be a cheat code. Imagine everybody else battle, and then it's like the last nigga, then they just insert real name Brandon, and he only got to battle twice or some shit.
No, I know. I think that was brought up at one of the battles about Next, because Boz versus Next. I think didn't he say something like, you mentioned Piranha got open cases, and now you can still notice he ain't here or something like that. Like he was trying to call it. Call him a snitch, but it was 3 battles for round 3. It was Boz the Bambino versus Next. It was Truffaut versus Sheed Happens, and then it was Kid Slade versus MVP. That was round 2. Which one do you want to start with?
We can start with Slade versus MVP.
Kid Slade versus MVP. All right. MVP had one of the worst showings in round 1, but he also had the worst opponent in round 1.
Yes.
Who didn't have anything to say, but he's 6'3". Did you say he was 6'3"? Like
that nigga was proud to be tall, bro.
Because MVP is a shorter guy.
Yeah.
And it's not like MVP did bad. It's just the crowd didn't care.
Yeah,
Niggas was very unimpressed with his whole performance.
It was like a boring battle overall.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It was a boring battle overall. But you know what? In a way, I'm kind of glad it happened like that because I'm not going to hold you. I don't know how you feel, but the MVP that showed up today was a much better MVP.
It was a whole different nigga.
That was a whole different nigga. This was real name MVP. You know what I'm saying?
It was a type of hype in that room. Like, did he pay these niggas or something? Like, did he bring his niggas with him? Because niggas was definitely hype that didn't give a fuck the last time he rapped.
That nigga came through. That nigga came through like he had a Ghost Rider or some shit like that. This was a different MVP, bro.
There's a whole different nigga in there, bro. He was snapping on Kid Slade, and Kid Slade was doing his thing. Kid Slade was talking that plug talk, like he always does. But MVP, he just showed he was more versatile. He showed a much more well-rounded game.
Yeah, I feel like it put a fire under his ass a little bit, like winning the shit, but also like niggas being like, yeah, but you ain't that good, like you kind of throwawayable. That put like that make a nigga feel away, and he's like, all right, oh y'all niggas think I ain't sick, all right, I'm about to do some shit, and he did it against a good opponent because like Kid Slade was there, and he was the Kid Slade we know and love at this point. Like he came through consistent, got them bars, was talking that talk, came through with the drip, like. But MVP was just like, I got something to prove this time around. You know what I'm saying? Like bro. It was I ain't gonna lie. If this is the MVP I want to see. I want to see this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like this shit. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, Mike Lowry talking to Marcus at the end of a Bad Boys movie. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, now that's how you rap.
Exactly.
From now on, that's how you rap.
Exactly.
You feel me?
If he keeps this performance up, he just might win.
For sure.
But then remember, last Ultimate Madness, we were talking about Cortez. He said if Cortez could keep this up, this nigga just might win. And then he fucked around and choked.
He fucked around. Yeah, damn Cortez. Because that was a different Cortez.
Cortez was crazy.
That was a different Cortez.
The first 2 rounds, Cortez was murdering.
He was untouchable, uncrushable, unfuckwittable.
And then he went up against Nitty and choked. This was his chance to rematch Nitty.
That shit was crazy.
He fumbled the bag.
For real.
But anyway, yeah, MVP went up against Kid Slade. We thought he won. The judges also agreed that he won. So, yeah, that was a good battle. That was a really good battle.
For sure.
You want to talk about Sheed and Truffaut?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sheed happens versus Truffaut. So Sheed happens, as we mentioned last time when we talked about Ultimate Madness, has a very awkward, all over the place kind of style, and I'm always nervous now when I watch his battles to see if people gonna care. Because I think it's interesting, but I know it's not gonna work in every room. It's just not. Yeah,
it almost feels like it's not that it's not meant to, but it's like one of those things. Like I feel like he's one of the things where like he has to find a way to connect to reel you in. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Once he reels you in with one bar, then you're kind of like, oh, you'll kind of get it. But he'll be throwing out shit, and there might be some shit, but you'll be like, I don't know if I get it. I don't get it. What's going on? And then you're like, oh, that's what's going on. And then like from that point on, he kind of has you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird unorthodox style, but like I like it.
I do too. So
I could use some diversity.
He battled Truffaut, who he has
Chirac representative.
Yeah, he has a pretty, like, his style isn't super unique. He just has an aggressive rap style. And I could tell he was trying to mix it up because he was battling Sheed Happens. I've noticed this about his 2 battles so far. Mm-hmm. The first battle, he battled J2, who was a gay nigga. And he found ways to come at him with gay bars that weren't super duper insulting. It wasn't insulting all the gay niggas. It was localized to just him. Yeah. So it's like he's finding ways to come at his opponents differently. And that's what I appreciate. I don't know why.
It's like he's a smart generic nigga. Like he's nothing new, but he's not gonna be so generic that it's just like you're gay and you shouldn't be that way because you're gay. You should stay away. You're gay. Like he's gonna be like, well, you know what I'm saying? He finds a better way. He's gonna be predictable, but he finds a good way of going about it. Yeah,
and then
it's not cringy.
When he battled Sheed, he kept coming out with anime bars. Because he knows that Sheed Happens like an anime fan. I ain't gonna hold you. I know the anime he was referencing. He had some good bars in there, bro. The anime bars was pretty good. Because Sheed had some too. Sheed had some good anime bars too. But Truffaut, he held his own with the anime bars game. And he tried to do a little bit of unorthodox stuff just to mix it up. But overall, if I was to go... Well, Truffaut's first round was good. His first round was great.
It was definitely good.
His second came out there stumbling.
That shit was shaky.
Came out there stumbling.
Phone them was shaking, and they made it worse. I think that was the time where he put on the Black Air Forces, and I was expecting some shit to go crazy, and it was starting off pretty nice, and then it was like you was not a Black Air Force nigga, bro, because them shits is sucking the life out of you. Yeah, them bars was shaky on that second one, bro.
Yeah, second one he stumbled. I thought his third was pretty good though. His third was pretty good.
Yeah,
But I just feel like Sheed had 3 solid rounds
for
in
sure.
my eyes.
Especially the third. I feel like his third was my favorite.
Yeah,
It was
but
like punch after punch.
the judges gave it to Truffaut.
Really?
Yeah, I was confused as well. Truffaut is moving on to competition.
Side note: I kind of make it a thing to not look at the judgment so I can like be surprised because whoever I think is supposed to win, it just doesn't seem to happen. So I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just add some more surprise to the actual podcast. Because I thought for sure Sheed.
I did too.
Because now I'm pissed now. Because how the fuck did he win it with that shaky ass second? Okay,
because it just felt like his third was just that strong.
Because bro, we could argue that. Okay, like we could argue that. I feel like she got the third. Right? And we could argue that, okay, Fo got the first one. She definitely got the second. That's still 2-1. So what the, niggas is, but even overall, we could even argue that when the rounds was good, they were even.
They was giving them the first and the third.
So I feel like they wanted to give the nigga the second, but it's like, we can't, because if we don't, it's going to be obviously that he paid us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to go to Chicago again. I ain't trying to get shot on phone them. So
yeah,
really?
Heat is out. Yeah, I was surprised too.
I'm very surprised.
It didn't make a bunch of sense to me either, bro.
You know what?
Like, nigga, what?
Them niggas just don't like Burberry. That's what it is. That's the only thing.
He did have on a whole Burberry fit. That is true.
And it's a nigga that don't like designer. That was a decent fit. I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't realize the T-shirt said Burberry. I was like, oh, you sticking to it
head to toe. I don't know if the socks was, but
socks might have been Burberry.
Socks might have been Burberry as well.
I don't know if Burberry makes sneakers, but he might have had some Burberry sneakers too, for all I know.
Yeah, he was definitely has a child on the way.
Oh shit!
Be on the lookout.
Oh shit! You made a funny that was deep. You made a deep funny. Oh shit!
Be on the lookout for the gender reveal.
Oh,
that nigga's a child on the way.
That was fire. That was fire. Now I know I got a podcast with you. Holy shit. That was good. That was good. That was fucking good.
Yeah. Last but not least was
Bows versus next
NXT heavyweight.
I'd be hard pressed. I'd be trying not to say NXT. I'd be trying not to because he's not
always makes you think of wrestling.
Yes.
I know.
And it's funny too because this nigga's very animated. He's a very animated, skinny, light skinned freckle boy. It's crazy. I even said, one of my notes literally says, next is a skinny dude with a WWE voice. He definitely has a.
Have you heard any of the controversy around him?
Nah, what's the controversy around him?
The rap niggas on the internet don't like him because they feel like he's an industry plant type of nigga. Like, he's just here because people are pushing him, not because he actually deserves it. Yeah, like the battle rap internet niggas are like, yo, this nigga is not all of that. He just keep getting the crazy gas on his name. They just keep putting him in these positions.
I ain't gonna lie.
Not that good.
I ain't gonna lie. I do feel like he is good. Like I feel like he deserves the slot. Like he's just as good as anybody on the card, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I just feel like I don't believe him. Okay, I feel like he's I feel like he's overly aggressive. Like I don't know no street. He's emotional, like emotional aggressive. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He's not like him and Piranha like versus each other would be a style clash because I'd be like a nigga trying to be street and trying to convince us to street versus a nigga that really is street. That's the only thing is like I don't really, and this is a non-street nigga, so like, you know, this is disrespectful to say, but like no disrespect to Next, like he could really be whatever, he could be everything he say he is, but as far as just looking at him, it's less believable to me. You know what I'm saying? But as far as what he's saying, and even how he delivers it, it's good. Like he's a good battle rapper. So I don't understand that.
Some niggas just don't like his style. Because I remember I was watching Restore Order and they had one of his bars from here in their whack bar of the week. Mm-hmm. And they was just going in on this nigga. They said, yo, this nigga is like a nigga who watched too much battle rap. They said, because he trying too hard to be a battle rapper. The way that he put so much emphasis and energy into the way he spits his bars.
I hate. Yeah. That's what makes it not believable because I feel like he's too much of a battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like Kid Slade, like I like him because I believe that he is everything he says he is. He just happens to be able to rap. Because even in his demeanor, it gives me nigga at the gambling spot. It gives me a nigga that's getting money and argues with niggas about, nah, nigga, I'm trying to tell you LeBron was better than Kobe, rest in peace. Like he gives me the energy. I recognize that energy. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel that shit. Whereas Next is like, I get, you know, the little bratty kid that had an attitude problem, and now he likes battle raps, so now he just likes yelling at niggas in rhyme. And he's actually pretty good. He studied his craft, so like his actual bars is good.
He's not bad.
But I don't believe that you are what you say you are. But your shit is good though. You know what I'm saying? And like also, like, who the fuck am I to believe if a nigga's from the streets or not? But that's my only thing. So it's also funny when a nigga say like he seems like a nigga that just loves battle rap too much. Cause I'm saying I don't know what street nigga's gonna go around. I hate. Like it was.
I'm pretty sure
that nigga needed a drink.
That nigga loses voice every battle.
That nigga vocal cords gonna need lotion, my nigga. Like that shit gonna be scruffy.
I mean, that is the bar that they said was the whack bar of the week. Dude, that bar when he said CBD lotion, you getting cremated. Them niggas going the fuck in on him. They ain't played that shit back.
Cause I can imagine niggas be like, yo, let me clap this nigga, son. Like, yo, this, what the fuck was that, bro? Cremated. Nigga, pause. What the fuck is this nigga talking about?
That's what they was going on.
Nigga, pause. Nigga talking about cremation. Nigga, this cream skin nigga talking about cremation. I would watch that shit. Just have niggas going on that shit.
They were going in on that nigga.
But yeah, that'd be my, like, so.
He battled Boz.
Yeah.
Boz the Bambino. I like Boz. I think Boz is really good.
Yeah. This was definitely the battle of the freckles.
Yeah. I think Boz is really good. And after the way he handled Stumbles, I was looking forward to his next performance.
For sure.
Because Stumbles had him looking like a god.
Yeah,
like,
Stumbles was stumbling.
Yeah. So I was like, whatever this nigga do next, I'm going to have to see if he can live up to his performance again.
For sure.
And I think he did really good. I think overall his performance, he had 3 good rounds. I like him.
I like Boz too.
Definitely. But the weird thing is Next got a lot of gas on his name. People like him. Next won.
I'm not surprised. I
didn't agree with it, but
yeah,
the judges, they seem to really like his rounds. And some of them was saying they even liked his third. But his third was all, we don't know if it was real or not. He just kept saying, I got some information on you. I ain't gonna say it though.
Yeah,
that was his whole third.
I ain't gonna lie. That kind of irked me because you don't like. Okay, I even understand and respect the line of, yo, real niggas don't go trying to, you know, talk about, oh, I got dirt on you, doggy. Like real niggas don't do this shit. I even respect that angle. But when the whole round is about that, and then we don't even get to what the fucking information is
at all.
It was a whole round. It was like blue balls for fucking information. Cause I'm like, what the fuck is the information that he's talking about? You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, nigga, it's like, I know something that you don't know, and I got nothing to tell you. Like, nigga, what the fuck?
This nigga played a hide and seek for a whole round.
It just made it. It was like, all right, so what was he talking about the whole fucking round then?
The world may never know.
It was like, nigga, I know something about you, but I ain't gonna say it. You can't have a whole round. It can't be a whole round of fire saying that shit.
Nope.
And even with that, it was done well. It was just, I was very distracted by, all right, are you going to move on? Or are you going to keep on talking about the shit that we're not going to hear about because real niggas don't do that?
The whole round was about it. And some of the judges was like, I like how you was classy about it. You ain't even say what it was.
That's not something I like.
Nah, nigga, I was the opposite. He didn't win that round because we don't know what the fuck he was talking about. If I'm judging a round, bro, and you going to sit here and bring up something hypothetical for the whole round, because it might not be hypothetical. Yeah. It might be real. But for us, this is hypothetical because we don't know what you're talking about. We don't know if it's real or not.
Nigga, I would not have you look at O-Red versus Calico if Calico's third round was, hey, something happened in St. Louis, but I'm not going to talk about it because real niggas don't gossip. What the, like, come on. Yo, Next, what the fuck was that, bro?
I don't know.
You lost a freckle for some shit like that, bro. What the fuck was that, bro? You could have rapped about your skinny dreads or something. That was just a weird ass. That was a weird ass round, bro.
So yeah, the judges gave it to him, and
I'm surprised because I had scores on these things, and it seemed like everybody, well, except for MVP, everybody that I had with a higher score lost. Which is funny because I definitely had Boz with a higher score than next.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying?
I really like Boz. Only thing I don't like about Boz is his demeanor.
That he's fat?
No,
you don't like fat people.
That's not what I'm talking about.
You discriminate.
I don't know what this man's talking about.
Oh, it's just me? Okay.
Yes, it's you and only you.
I just gotta check sometimes.
I don't blame you.
I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and only you. I'm gonna watch Dave Chappelle today just for this shit.
The thing about Boz I don't like though is his demeanor when he's not rapping.
Mm-hmm.
And he one of them niggas who when he's not rapping, he's still trying to appeal to the camera or like play with the crowd. That annoying type shit.
Yeah, he's trying to distract niggas.
Usually the shit that Harlem niggas do. And all that shit I've said on record before that I find very annoying. Yeah. Niggas is talking through niggas' rounds or like being distracting.
And he ain't even from Harlem, is he?
I don't think he is.
That's Harlem appropriation. You need to stop that, Boz. Leave the ignorant Harlem shit to Harlem niggas, bro. You know what I'm saying? Niggas want to kick niggas in the chest when they trying to perform these songs. Shout out to Cam and Styles P for clarifying that shit too. We ain't late on it, but because I seen it on time, but like we're late saying it, but still, like yeah, Boz gotta relax on that shit, bro.
Because that shit it's annoying as a viewer. It's like Next is sitting there rapping you, but Next is looking at you, but you looking at the camera. Like, nigga, what?
Yeah.
What? Nigga, stop.
Because I ain't gonna lie, like I get it. You're trying to beat your opponent, so you're trying to distract them, and it does work. But it
works on some people.
It just leads to frustration because you also could lead to a battle being whacked because now your opponent can't even get his shit off. So now you're using weird tactics to beat your opponent instead of just the bars. And we're never gonna respect somebody winning from anything other than the bars, your actual raps. You know what I'm saying? So you can try to do that shit in freaking KCJ, everybody, and you're gonna be in KCJ's position where people like her, but she's never gonna get the full credit she deserves because everybody around her chokes. You know what I'm saying? She needs it, and she's fire.
She's really good,
like really good. You know what I'm saying? But until somebody battles her and actually can finish their shit and have a good battle against her, then people can finally give her the credit she deserves. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard out here for a pimp, and it's even harder for a woman. You know what I'm saying? So she can be fire all she wants to, but if she don't, they even give her fire opponents. That makes it even worse. She's gotten fire opponents, and her fire opponents have freaking been stumbles. You know what I'm saying? And it's like she's never gonna get the crown she wants because you need that good showing. You know what I'm saying? Reason why Loaded Lux was already a legend because he battled against good niggas and did well, and then when he came back, he battled against a really good Calico, and still he battled damn near against a Calico that was like almost a 5 out of 5. You know what I'm saying? Instead of him trying to break down the definition of a proctor, that was a little rough for him. But other than that, it was a good ass Calico in his prime, and he found a way to deflate a damn near unstoppable nigga. He found a way to get hit twice by Saitama. You feel me? Side note, I might watch season 2. I've heard you said it wasn't the greatest, but
I didn't get through it. I'm gonna try it again. I didn't. I saw the first episode and was confused. It's a different anime studio doing it. It looks way different. It looks worse.
I really want to believe that this shit is good, man, because I love the first one so much, the first season so much. But yeah, man, like Boz gotta leave. Stop Harlem appropriating and letting niggas do their shit. Stop trying to distract niggas from when they performing. All right, leave that to Dipset. Leave that to Murder Mook. You know what I'm saying? Leave that to T-Rex. You know what I'm saying? Leave that to Harlem niggas, bro. Shout out to Harlem too. But yeah, leave that to Harlem niggas, bro.
So the next round is MVP versus Truffaut.
Next really won that shit.
And Next versus Real Name Brandon. Yeah.
Next really won that shit. Yeah, even really with that boo-boo ass third, bro. Because if you put the first two, I'll get it. Like they were even. Next is a good rapper. Yeah. Even if I don't believe him, he is a good rapper. And he has good performance. You know what I'm saying? But that I hate hit shit was funny. I hate. Like, excuse me, what? What are you doing right now? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is this, bro? Like, nigga, get your Vegeta ass out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is not Vegeta getting his ass whipped by Frieza and Goku being like, "Let me help you." And he's like, "No, Kakarot, I must do this on my own because I'm the Prince of all Saiyans.
Mm-hmm.
You come here, I'll blast you." And then be like, "Come here, Frieza." Like, no, nigga. What the fuck was that, bro? That I hate shit was so fucking weird to me, bro.
You better hope you don't do it again.
I hope he don't. I hate that shit. I hope he don't ever do that shit no more, bro. But yeah, they really gave it to next. All right. They really give it to I feel like this shit like this is why they think he's an industry plant. Because he's not bad.
No, he's not bad. And it was even funnier that, like, were you at least watching when Geechee and Emerson Kennedy would talk before the judges? Because it would be the battle. Because, like, if you watched it on Caffeine or if you watched it live, it was the battle, and then they would cut over to Geechee and Emerson Kennedy was like hosting.
I saw Geechee had a Naruto shirt. Shout out to Naruto.
Yeah, he wore that. He mentioned it as like as his son's favorite character, so yeah, so he wore it. But even Emerson,
doing real nigga shit, bro. I fuck with Geechee, bro.
Emerson Kennedy and Geechee, they talked about it for a minute. They was like, "Yo, he ain't no industry plan or nothing. Like, I don't get what people hate on homie. He be out here rapping. I don't think he that bad. Everybody here deserve to be here and all that." Shit like that. The judges said that too during the judging. They said everybody in the tournament deserves to be in the tournament because like, the internet was not fucking with him, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, everybody in the tournament except for Stumbles is good. Everybody in the tournament is good as far as rapping wise. Even like because I would say that about freaking MVP, but then MVP on the second go around showed that he is somebody, and we've gotten reference from our beard enthusiast / roommate that Stumbles is not as bad as we thought. We still haven't seen that battle, but
I watched part of it. Is that the one? I think it's talking about the time where Stumbles FaceTimed his mama in the middle of the battle.
I think, yeah, that's what you're saying.
I don't give a fuck about that. Yeah, that'll make you good. Everybody can call their mama. Hell.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I got my mother's number. Nigga, I could FaceTime my mama right now. Don't make me the best podcaster.
He FaceTimed his mama and didn't even say nothing crazy afterwards, bro. He really didn't.
So I guess Stumbles really is the king of average.
You be giving the title of King Average to so many niggas.
Niggas be really King Average, bro. I want to give niggas credit for being average as fuck. Like I'm tired of niggas getting oh yeah, because we might not do it this time, but we gonna talk about next time. We gonna talk about that fucking list.
All right, I got you.
Because there's some King Average niggas on tier that they don't belong to. Nigga, there needs to be a separate tier. King Average tier, average ass tier, whatever. Average nigga. We gonna call it the Troy Ave, because that nigga was King Average his damn self. And before he allegedly was caught snitching, you know what I'm saying? That nigga was getting all kinds of recognition. I'm just like, for what, my nigga? Like, he's every bit of cool.
Yeah, one good song. That's all it took.
The one good song. There's a difference, all right. As a New York nigga, there's one good song that pops in the city, and then there's one good song that may pop everywhere. He had one good song that popped in the city. If I play that song right now, you're gonna be like, this sounds like some New York shit. Only New Yorkers like it, and I feel like I like it because I'm a New Yorker. Other than that, I ain't gonna play it in no clubs out here. I ain't playing no part. I wouldn't if I had a bachelor party in Florida, that's my shit. I wouldn't play it there because I'm like nobody's gonna bump this shit.
It's all about the money.
Yeah, that's the song, and I feel like nobody else likes that song except for New York niggas.
No, it was pretty big out here.
Really,
it came out when I was in college, and they was playing that at all the parties. Like it was a pretty popular song.
I'm surprised because that sounds like some real New York shit.
Oh, I thought
it sounds very New York to me.
It probably do, but nah, that song it was pretty popular outside of New York. That's the only song I know that nigga for.
Okay, yeah, I mean, that's the only song you should know about because everything else not really careable.
I had a feeling that was gonna be it.
Yeah. I'm really surprised. It was really everywhere. It was everywhere like that.
Yeah, everybody.
You know what? Song. I'm glad that I didn't hear about it because I would have been confused. Because I was confused when "ooh" was everywhere. In a good way, though. I was like, oh, people like this joint?
That one, too.
Okay, it's lit. You know what I'm saying? Because I was not, because that's a very New York record, sounding record, too.
It definitely is.
From Young M.A., a very New York artist. No designer. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. But niggas know the criticisms they have for designer. Whereas Young M.A.'s like, she's a New York artist. She sounds like New York. She does New York shit. You know what I'm saying? But respectfully. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very surprised.
Ooh, definitely caught on. I was not ready. I liked it though. I still like that song. So.
Yeah, shout out to Young M.A. So, but yeah, very surprised that the industry plant won.
You called him one.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like after that, weird ass third for him to still win that. I understand why people call him a industry plant. Mm-hmm. He does give me Nav vibes, and it's almost the same criticism because Nav's not bad, but it did feel like Nav would get certain features and certain looks that he was not good enough for. The music his music was good. He was a producer. He had his own shit. He was signed to The Weeknd. Cool. We've had niggas that are decent and have had signings with good with actual good talent. You know what I'm saying? And still kind of went nowhere. You know what I'm saying? The only people that like not everybody is the new 1017. You know what I mean? Only the new 1017 is niggas that okay, we're all aligned with a nigga that's popping and we're actually kind of good ourselves and we actually get the credit we deserve. You know what I'm saying? But niggas ain't gonna call the new 1017 industry plants. Niggas love Pooh Shiesty and niggas love Fujiano. Free both of them niggas. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I think that's the 3 battles. Yep. I disagree with 2 of the winners. But you know, it is what it is. Yeah. They're still good people. They're still good battle rappers. Mm-hmm. So
definitely. Well, yeah.
Truffaut really beat Sheed?
That's gonna do it for this week's episode of Hold Up Podcast. Before we get on out of here, I'm gonna give Quan a chance to tell y'all where to find him, where you can explain to him why Truffaut won.
First of all, try to explain me any of that shit. It's gonna be bullshit. I'm gonna tell you bullshit in Easy the Black Captain's voice. Bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to find me, you can find me at SAYQUAND on social media platforms. That's Facebook, Twitter, IG. I'm mostly on IG, sometimes on Twitter, never on Facebook. Okay. If you want to find some beats from me, you can find me at SAYQUAN.beatstars.com. I got all kind of beats. Holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some money together. Let's make some beats together. I got them for the low ski. You know what I'm saying? You can't afford the exclusive, get the lease. You know what I'm saying? I ain't money hungry, and I got deals. Get more than one, you can get one free. I think you got buy 2, get 1 free. Buy 3, get 2 free. Buy 4, get 3 free. Like I'm really frugal with it. That's on the lease though. Exclusives, we got to talk. You know what I mean? So yeah, where can they find you at?
All right, if you want to talk to me, all my socials are the same. At not Bloodbath.
At Fresh Fade.
Talk to me, I talk back. Yeah, I'd be
at talk to me nice, don't talk to me at all.
I'd be talking about the battle rap shit. I'd be talking about video game shit a lot. Because I am also the producer for Dead End Gaming. If you're a fan of video games in any way,
talk that shit, boy.
Make sure that you head on over to Dead End Gaming ATL on Twitch, Dead End Games on Twitter. You know, go to the YouTube as well. We just posted our video from when we played Dead by Daylight. That was a good stream. I had a whole lot of fun.
Word up, man. Yeah, check out the Dead End Gaming, Dead End ATL, you know what I'm saying? Check out, be down with their community. Check out the Dead End Gaming Twitter, you know what I'm saying? You can find them hating on me because I don't like Crew Shiesty.
We do publicly hate on him or at least me. Whenever I'm in control of Twitter, which is 95% of the time, I do find ways to send shots at him. So it is what it is.
And the funny thing is I would create an opposing crew, but the only problem is I'm the only one that has the issue.
No. Willie said he might join your crew now that he's kicked out of Crew Shiesty.
Respectfully. Respectfully. All right. Respectfully. While I appreciate that. There's gonna have to be let's bring it to Drake, right? Let's just talk about Drake's first mixtape ever. Okay, Room for Improvement. Mm-hmm. I just need him to download that concept and just, you know what I'm saying? Learn what that means and get down with that philosophy, and then you can come back to me, and then we can work something out. You know what I'm saying? Because what I'm not going to do is trying to recruit niggas just to lose to you. Okay, that's what's not going to happen. I'll do it myself before I got to, you know what I'm saying? So niggas get some practice in, and then we can work on something. You know what I'm saying? Like we can get somewhere.
Yeah, I played with him a couple days ago, and he was playing better. Okay. He kept swearing, I was just off day, man. Can't believe you kicked me out the crew for off day. He's like, you were trying to publicly embarrass us, bro. Well, you had to get back on the good foot. You had to practice.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Because what I'm not trying to do is be a rival. I'm not trying to rival a nigga just to lose all the time. Okay. I don't watch those kind of anime shows. I hate that shit. I'm not trying to be Vegeta. Nigga just up and decided to hate you, and now for some reason I was the Prince of All Saiyans, and now I'm under you, lower class soldier. This doesn't make any sense. That nigga was. When was that nigga ever stronger than Goku? I think it was like one time when he freaking had that Majin Buu shit, and it wasn't technically stronger. I feel like he just caught Goku slipping with one good hit and knocked him out. But he wasn't technically stronger because they was fighting and it was even. You know what I'm saying? And the Majin shit, didn't that give him a boost? So that means, again, he was not as strong as Goku. Like, come on, bro. Come on, son. That nigga was playing catch up his whole life. Respectfully. Respectfully. So I'm not trying to be Vegeta, bro. I'm trying to be Goku. I'm not trying to be Vegeta, bro.
We'll
see that nigga hairline?
We'll see. One day. Anything can happen, you know.
Shit happens. Especially when that nigga lose. They really give it a Truffaut, bro.
Yeah.
I am bewildered. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll conclude the episode. We don't got an artist of the week because we talked for damn near an hour about Wale.
Yes. And
anything related to Wale or around Wale or Wale-esque. So, Wale is our artist of the week. Shout out to Wale. You know what I mean? Hopefully he comes out with another album soon, and I hope it's gonna be fire. It's been 2 good singles so far. Yeah. You know what I mean? The single Chris Brown is fire, you know what I'm saying? I won't even mention the other shit that I'm talking about. And the second single, the Down South Swinging, you know what I mean? That shit is fire too. Yep. It's good gearing up. It's putting older men onto Yellow Beezy. Yeah. Apparently. Didn't see that coming. At all. And Maxo Cream. We gotta mention Maxo Cream. He's on the song too. And then we haven't mentioned him yet. And one thing I want y'all to understand is we fuck with Maxo Cream. Heavy. Maxo Cream is fire. So much. Check out Maxo Cream. Maxo Cream doing a feature with Tyler the Creator. Two people I did not expect to collab. Pretty decent track, decent video, all that good shit. So but yeah,
that's it for this week. Remember to tell a friend to tell a friend,
and tell a bitch to tell a hoe.
And remember the South gonna hold it down.
Pip pip diddly do, bitches.